Hello everyone, it's Irene in here. So today I decided to do something different and I thought about bringing you a title that does not have a demo, but I actually quite enjoyed playing. I have other titles like that, and I thought about like maybe bringing just a little bit for you to enjoy it too and see if it's kind of like up your alley. Um, there's like this situation which is I don't actually have the approval from the developers to actually be doing this. And the intention in here is not actually to stream the whole game, okay? It's just for you, for us, although I already know, for you to actually take a peek at the game and see if it's, a thing that you kind of enjoy and like. So I'm actually probably going to create in the YouTube channel, I'm probably going to create like another playlist or something with the, I'll probably call it like take a peek at this game. Now, another important thing, which is since I do not have the consent from the developers, they might actually reach me to tell me, Irina, you need to take this one out, or I don't know, start with a copyright claim or something. Okay, so we are going to test this out. The intention is not to put the whole thing in here, it's just to actually promote a bit the games. And I don't know how long they are going to take. Maybe 1 hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. I mean, it always depends on the amount of the game's length. But when I kind of like feel like, okay, I think this is good enough for you to have at least an idea, we are probably going to end up in there, okay? Another thing is I disabled the music in this game, but the music is really good on this one. It gives a lot of ambience to the thing. But since I get a lot of copyright claims from the music, and since this one I don't even have any approval or nothing, I am going to disable, okay? There's also like the situation that in terms of like that, the music, you don't actually have a way to put it louder or lower, the music in the game. The game also has some, when you are reading, the game has like certain kind of like a blue fire shadow in the text. I don't know why they put it that, but I personally don't like it. Okay, so I actually chose to have it less flashy because it actually gives you like the flash kind of thing. I can put it for a bit for you to have an idea what I'm talking about, but I don't actually like this thing. But we can see it for a bit for you to have like an idea, of course. So yeah, it's going to feel like this, very out of music, but I think it's preferable. Oh, let me start by, see, this is what I was telling you about, like, see that thing, that it's kind of like a blue eyes bleeding kind of effect. I don't know how to call it, but I don't actually like it, so I'm going to leave it without. So other things that I want to say is this is from the developer MoaCube, and this is like a twist to the Cinderella fairy tale. And it goes like, Cinders is a witty young woman living with an overbearing stepmother and her 2 daughters, as if she was reenacting a certain well-known fairy tale. But unlike its protagonist, Cinders is not afraid of taking fate into her own hands, even if it means breaking the rules. The game takes a lot. The game takes a look at 4 women and what made them who they are. It's a story about freedom, dreams, sisterhood, and finding your own happy ever after. that may not exactly agree with the stale morals of classic fairy tales. With multiple endings, 120 decision points, and over 300 choices, Cinders gives you total control over the main character's personality and how her story unfolds. Yeah, to be honest, because I've played this a really long time ago, I don't even remember if we do not have like some really nasty bad endings going on in here. I have no idea. Maybe I should use like some guide or something. I don't know. There's no guide, right? No, there is. There are some guides in here. Yeah, I don't remember. I remember that I ended up with one guy, and I don't remember if you have like more than one. It's just I think you have like the prince or something, and I don't even remember. It's been such a long time. So let's just do a little bit. Even if we end up with a bad ending, it's kind of fine. I think it's cool for you to have at least an idea of the game, okay? So it's totally fine. So I still can't believe I've been delaying this for so long. It makes me wonder, if I decided to act earlier, maybe things wouldn't be so broken between us. Maybe with just a little effort, this family wouldn't fall apart like this. Yeah, there's also like this that I don't actually like. The thing is, if I take out the sound, all of the sounds are out. And I think it's important to have at least some sounds in here, okay? But I suppose it was easier to complain and do nothing rather than try to change things, isn't it always? Tonight it's different. This is the night of change, the night where my plans finally take effect. I can hear my stepsisters talking in soft voices in the hall. I imagine they, too, won't get any sleep tonight. During the last few days, I've learned so much about them, so much more about them. But can it erase all the years they tormented and humiliated me? I don't know what to think about it. People, and now you kind of like choose, right? Deserve a second chance or should get what they deserve. Let's go like people should get what they deserve. Let's go to a revenge kind of mode. You can't erase the past. You can't push people into despair and expect compassion in return. We pick our own path in life. Whatever happens, my stepsisters knew the risks. I think the visuals are just gorgeous. I really like them. I still can't believe she did it. I would never have suspected. This is Gloria. And this is Sophia. Of course, because everyone is as dim-witted as you are and never does anything out of the ordinary or unexpected. Oh yes, I'm sure you were able to foresee what would happen. Did you see it in tea leaves or read it in a children's book one afternoon while avoiding work and being useless as usual? I did entertain the thought that she might try to pull something off, if you must know, but believe what you want, I don't care. I also suspected she might try to do something. She was so secretive and compliant at times that an explosion seemed inevitable. I just didn't expect she had it in her. Gloria, please. Sometimes you sound like a cliché villain from a bad romance novel. Of course, if something isn't twisted, weird, or shocking, then you won't consider it. Not everyone is like you, Sophia. Fortunately so, just like not everyone tries to be a mirror image of their mother down to mimicking her manner of speech. But you are not Carmona, remember? You do not lead, you follow mindlessly. Shut up, you. Open up in the name of the prince. Okay. I thought it was like the mother or something. It wasn't. It's him. Why did he have to come and in the middle of the night? Will the wonders never cease, just like your ridiculous cliche impersonations? There's no time for this now. Though I'm sure Mother will deal with you later. I'll go summon her. So I'm sorry that I'm not actually doing the right intonation in here. It's just that I had to put this in a very tiny box, and I'm actually kind of having a bit of a difficulty reading this because the text for me is just really tiny. But if I put the whole screen, then I will have issues with the streaming, okay? So that's why I'm like, just keep it like this. You do that. Open up. I won't repeat myself. Mother? Sophia, don't stand like that. Open the door. Let this noisy man in. Yes, Mother? Ah, Captain, what brings you here at this time of night? Spare these false pleasantries. Sorry. You know why I'm here. Okay, I need water. Spare me these false pleasantries. You know why I'm here. Where is she? Very well, Sophia. Get Cinders here right away. Yes, Mother. Be quick about it, child. Captain, would you fancy some wine while we wait for my lazy stepdaughter? Don't push it. You know this is not a courtesy visit. I'm afraid a lot is going to change here tonight. He's right. Nothing will ever be the same. Nothing. I must admit, I'm afraid of it too. Some independent woman I am. Cinders, Mother has summoned you. Move. You know she doesn't like to wait. Fine, I'm moving. Just give me a moment. Make sure it's quick. Cinders, can I ask you something? Yes, Sophia? This whole situation, what happened this evening and the guard bashing at our door and all, it's because of you, right? You planned it. How should I reply? So apparently our stepsisters, haven't been like the biggest friends to us. So why should I tell the truth? Lie to her. No, why is it when anything happens you always go blaming me? Oh please, you and Gloria love to treat me as if I were stupid. But I'm not, far from it actually, and I'm definitely not blind. I know you've been planning it since that morning 7 days ago. 7 days earlier? What a beautiful morning. The last few days were all rain and gloom, but here we are, summer in its fullest. Oh, okay, yes. The sun is sure nice. It can get pretty cold in this room of mine. Although I don't feel so frisky right now, probably shouldn't happen the midnight oil over a book. And a silly one too. Adolescent girl, pretty and numb as a freshly cut flower, shows divine humility and courage while everyone treats her like a doormat. Who writes these things? It's like a girl can't aim for anything better than martyrdom. Funny though. If it's really that bad, why did I read it in the first place? Maybe something in it echoes a part of my own experience. I don't know, and I'm not going to spend the morning wondering about it. I think what she's talking about, she probably read the Cinderella's fairy tale, and she's like, I kind of sense that there's like a resemblance between my own story and this story, but I'm not going to leave it to going in the same direction, kind of like. And I'm saying this because I've played these like years ago already. Okay, this is from, I don't even remember, this is from when? Yeah, this is old. This is like from 2012. Yeah, so you imagine 2012. Yeah, it's been like years. Maybe something in it. Okay, I practice. Of course, it isn't as if I'll get to enjoy the day either. Lady Carmona will certainly make sure that I have to do the worst chores. The old hag could use any of her servants, but no, she always sends me, just to rub in the humiliation. If only father was still here. On a day like this, he would surely take me to the forest. We always went to the lake, the magical lake as he called it, and left a loaf of bread under the oak tree. Gotta pay tribute to the fairies, you never know when you may need their help. Good old man, he used to tell me stories about the little folk, even when I was far too old to believe them anymore. But enough daydreaming. Honestly, I talk to myself way too often these days. It's only a moment before I start considering mice and sparrows my only friends, and we will go frolicking and singing together. My future animal companions will have to wait though. I may get lonely sometimes, but not desperate. Time to get up, Cinders. The day has only just started. And you never know what the future may bring. I still have some time before my dear sisters wake up. I could start my cleaning duties to have more time later, or I could try to finish that book I was reading last night. Or I could seize this opportunity to do sweet nothing. Size, I think it's size. Size is opportunity. If you miss something important, you can rewind again using the okay. It's not like I have time for myself very often. What should I do? Are you just going to be the lazy type? Read a book. Start cleaning. I don't know. Is there a need to clean? I am not the cleaning type. I like to have everything organized, and yes, I do have to. I do like to have things clean, but let's go to the book. Since my father's death, Carmona and her daughters treat me as their servant. Cinders do the cleaning, Cinders go to the town, Cinders, why isn't my dress washed yet? Wash it yourself. I'm sure today won't be any different. And at least I still have my books to take me away from this. So she's going the escapist kind of route. The one I read last night was pretty aggravating, but not all romances are like that. I have some favorites. Like the one I read. Okay. I always have these because I told you that for us, like, most of the actions are in the past, and for you they are still in the present, and that's why I was like, is it green, is it red, is it but I think it makes sense to put it in the past in here. The one I read last night was pretty aggravating. My sisters took most of my other things, all the dresses and trinkets. But luckily for me, books hold no value for such practicality-minded young ladies. I must admit though, I've read them all to death by now. Carmona would never spend a penny on something so frivolous. So I'm stuck with what father got me. Mostly fairy tales and legends he gave me when I was a child. I don't really believe in knights in shining armor or fairies anymore. But I would be lying if I said I don't enjoy reading about them. The one I'm reading now, yet again, is about the Lady of the Lake. sorcery, romance, adventure. I bet that even in 100 years it won't get old. Same thing as what I've read tonight, really, but good writing and characters can make all the difference. So, which chapter was it? Cinders, are you there? Cinders, where are you? Oh, I see, you're reading again. Not a big surprise. I'm sorry, but I'll have to drag you out of that little fantasy world of yours. Mother wishes to see you immediately. Did she tell you what she wants? No, of course not. Why would she? And why would I want to ask in the first place? She looked rather angry, though. That doesn't sound good. I hope I'm not in some kind of trouble again. You really could have asked her, you know. I think you mistook me for one of those gentle, well-mannered, noble girls who care about others. Sorry to break it for you, but I don't. If you're in trouble, that means I get a free pass today, so I'm rooting for it with all of my heart, sis. My, aren't you a charming human being? Thank you. Now hurry up and let's go already. Oh, shut up. I used to play in this hall as a child, but this building isn't much of a home anymore for me. Anymore with Father gone, sorry. Carmona does her best to keep the residence in its former splendor, and I guess most would be fooled by it. But for me, this place feels like it is fading away. Oh, so you didn't get lost after all? I was starting to think that you couldn't find your way. By the way, yeah, these are the evil type of stepsisters. But think of this like you are rewriting the Cinderella fairy tale, okay? So this does not mean that your stepsisters aren't going to become like your best friends, or do you understand what I'm trying to say? Like, try to to build the story in whatever way you actually want it to be, okay? More like that. I was trying to think that you couldn't find your way, but it seems you were just taking your precious time with no regard for the rest of us. You're as hopelessly irresponsible as that sister of mine. No wonder that mother can count on anyone other than me in this house. Don't tell me you got caught up daydreaming about some prince coming to save you. No, did you? You're the one who should be you're the one. Sorry, just give me a second. You know, it's the morning and allergies and all of it. I always get like this. You're the one who should be dreaming of being rescued from your prison, if you ask me. Watch your tongue. You don't know what you're talking about. Don't I? I haven't seen you smile for quite some time now. It's very thoughtful of you to worry about me, but if I were you, I'll pay more attention to your situation. I don't want your pity. And before you get any more foolish ideas, I think you should know that Mother is calling for you. She says she has a special job for you, no doubt something rudimentary enough. So you were sent here to fetch me then. Mother entrusts me with important tasks. Don't mistake me for being on your level. You wait here. I'll let her know that you finally rolled out of bed. Yeah, she really tries to kind of like be that child that complies with her mother and tries to be like the model daughter, you know, that you understand. And that's why she's kind of like, are you not tired of this? Trying to just comply with your mother. So like, let's say, all right. Yeah, this has to do with you end up like trying to be friends with them or not. Okay. Don't worry, I'm not going anywhere. The room feels empty again. Even Gloria's presence is better than nothing. Truthfully, I feel bad for her. I may be the servant around here, but her situation isn't that different from mine. Both Gloria and Sophia spend every waking moment doing Carmona's binding. Just because it's not scrubbing floors doesn't mean they are not servants too. So, you're finally up, you lazy girl. Can anyone in this house just do what is asked of them? I swear you feeble-minded girls are going to be the death of me. Bah, you've wasted too much of my time already. I have a job for you. Go into town and find the merchant Tobias. I need you to pay him for a certain service. I'm giving you 200 sovereigns exactly. Don't you dare lose them. I must be a fool to entrust you with this much money, but unfortunately I've no one else to send. I have better plans for those two useless daughters of mine. Now hurry up, child. Time is of the essence. Carmona has been speaking to me this whole time, alternating between insults and orders. Do I really have to silently accept this? Okay, what kind of service are we talking about? What exactly is the service you are paying for? Mind your own business, child. There's no need for you to know. Why can't any of you girls just obey me without asking such vacant questions? Now hurry up and go. Carmona's even more angry than usual today. I wonder what set her off. I've never seen her this defensive. She must be hiding something. I suppose it could be worse. A trip to town isn't such a terrible thing. It's a beautiful day and a great excuse to get away from the house. I won't even get in trouble for leaving as quickly as I can. Besides, Tobias has always been nice to me, so I'll enjoy seeing him again. This could be a rather pleasant trip. Yeah, so you can only pick like, oh, we stay or we go to the forest. I suppose I should be grateful, even though Carmona practically kicked me out of the house. It's better than staying there. It really is beautiful here, and it's a much needed break from that toxic house. The lake that my father took me to as a child isn't far away too. I really miss our trips to the lake. It would be nice to visit it again, if only for the sake of memories. I wonder if I have enough time. Carmona did tell me to hurry after all. Let's be rebellious. Let's go to the lake. Carmona will yell at me when I get back, no matter what I do. It's impossible to please that woman. Well, then I suppose the trip to the lake wouldn't make a difference one way or the other. It's been so long since my last visit, and I do miss it. I'll go. I'm glad I chose to come. This place is just as beautiful as it was when Father used to take me here. As a child, I knew that this place was magical, but I've outgrown fairy tales now. Still, there's something to this place. It feels enchanted. Maybe it's because it hasn't changed a bit since I was a little brat. I remember that Father would always leave a gift for the fairies every time he visited. Maybe I should do the same. I'm not sure why not. I don't actually know what are we going to leave though. Do not leave money or something. This I wish I had brought something with me, but I don't really own anything that would make a proper gift anyway. Well, it's the intent behind the gift that matters more than actual gifts. As long as I'm honoring the fairies, they'll appreciate it. That's what Father would say. I guess he really was a big child deep inside. I think I'll leave a breath out of some of the flowers here. I'm sure the fairies would appreciate it. It's coming along nicer than I expected. It's been such a long time since I did anything like this, it feels a little nostalgic. It's funny how when we grow up we start rejecting things we consider childish, only to return to them later with great joy. I think I'll leave this wreath under that old oak. That's where Father always left our gifts when we came. I've spent too long here already. I need to get into town. Going to town. You can actually do this in another way. You can return home. You can, okay? Of course, you are going to face other type of consequences, but you can actually play this in the way that you want to do it, okay? Finally at the town. I should probably head straight to Tobias' shop. Strange. What's that crowd over there? Everyone seems to be surrounding that building. I wonder if someone around here can tell me what's going on. Excuse me, ma'am. Could you tell me what that crowd is for? Oh, child, haven't you heard? A bunch of good-for-nothing thugs took their hideout there. Bastards kidnapped a child. I'm sure you know it's market day today. A lot of folk come into town to trade their wares, but there's also the unwelcome element. You know what I mean. One of the merchants caught some ruffians red-handed and stealing from him like it's no one's business. So we naturally grabbed whatever pointy things came in hand and made sure these lowlifes know we don't take kindly to thieves in this town. But those scum grabbed a child and locked themselves up in that house. They are threatening to kill the brat if anyone tries to enter. That's horrible. Oh, the poor mother. Thank goodness some lads noticed. Behold. This is actually, you are probably going to say it in another way, but this is actually a French name, and the way to say it is Perrault. Perrault, the captain of the priest's guard, drinking in the inn. A few men went to fetch him from the tavern. He grabbed that blade of his and went into the house without saying a thing. I wish that good-for-nothing husband of mine was so brave, but he's only good for drinking and complaining, I tell you. It's been silent like a graveyard in the night since the captain went in. Who knows what happened there? Oh, such awful times we live in. That really is sad. Thank you for telling me. I hope that child doesn't get hurt. If the captain of the guard plans to fight, it's sure to be dangerous in there. Wait, everyone has stopped talking. Did something happen? Someone is coming outside. Is that the captain of the guard? Child is safe now. Someone get rid of the bodies. He just killed them all. He was just like, the freak with this. I'm just going to get in there. I'm going to kill all of them. Wow, did he just take care of an entire gang of bandits on his own? He just disappeared without waiting for anything. It's like he doesn't even care. What sort of man could do something so heroic and yet remain so emotionless about it? It looks like the child has been reunited with his mother. What a relief. I'm running late now. I'll better go see Tobias right away. Tobias' store is neat and well organized as usual. From the look of things, he's been doing well for himself. I guess he was lucky those thieves didn't decide to rob his place instead of one of those poor merchants at the market. Hey, welcome, Cinders. Is everything alright? You seem a bit pale. I've just witnessed a terrible scene in the market. A group of brigands, right? Brigands. I think it's brigands. Kidnapped the child and barricaded themselves in one of the houses. Heavens, did someone call the guards? Luckily, the captain was nearby and resolved the situation quickly with his sword. As messy as it may seem, that is his job. Glad to hear everyone's alright. Not everyone. He killed all of those men. I don't even know how to feel about it. Yeah, because it didn't seem it like... How to put it? For what we just saw before, it seemed like there was like a misunderstanding. And they felt threatened, so they probably just grabbed a child so they could like try to resolve the situation, you know. And there was even like no try to like try to have a conversation or nothing. It was just like, yeah, whatever, you kidnapped the child, you're going to pay for it. Kind of like you always had a gentle heart, Cinders. Have you missed it? Well, it's been too long since you last stopped by, that's for sure. How have you been? Much the same. Carmona works me to the bone every day, and there are times when I wish I could just disappear. But I manage, and there are days that make me happy, like today. I'm so glad to see you again, Tobias. It looks like your shop is flourishing. It does well enough. I hope you know that you can come speak to me anytime you want. I've got to tell you, it's been years since I've played this game, and when I played it, I ended up with one of the guys. I don't even know if it was the prince. I know I ended up with one of the guys. But I think you can actually date like any of them in here. Okay? Since you just have to like probably take like the right choices. Okay, I think it's like that, but I'm not. I don't want to like be telling you this, and actually not be certain about it. Okay. So we used to spend so much time together when we were teenagers. Now that we are adults, it seems like we hardly even catch a glimpse of each other. It's really a shame. You're right. It feels like childhood friendship disappear once you mature. It's hard to keep them alive sometimes, even when you have the best of intentions. Such a true statement, but I assume you didn't come here just to remember the old days. Sadly, no. I'm on an errand for Carmoza. Carmona. I'm here to pay you for, well, whatever it is she asked for. She's being very secretive about the whole thing. Oh, that? That? Now I'm even more curious about this errand. I don't know if he's going to tell us. You know, you always have like these guys that even if you already know them and be gentle and all of it, you never know what is behind them, okay? And they might actually turn out to be something different. Okay, I am going to ask, but I don't know if he's going to tell me or if he's going to lie. I don't know. So what exactly did Carabosa ask you to do anyway? It sounds mysterious. I'm afraid I can tell you. Yeah. He decided to not say. Why not? Well, I promised Carmoza that I wouldn't tell anyone. I would like to keep my word. Also, it's basic business ethics, Cinders. Carmoza is not worth it. I bet it's something, but he might be implied on it too, so I don't think he's going to tell us. But I'm going to continue pressuring. Carmoza isn't worth such honorable treatment. She doesn't treat any of us nearly as well. That may be true, but I gave my word. Carmoza might not be honorable, but I certainly am, or at least trying to keep my standards. Oh, but you can tell me. Remember how close friends we were as children? Why can't you just tell me for old time's sake? I give my word. A promise is a promise, and I intend to keep it. It's about keeping my honor, and it doesn't matter if Carmoza is a good person or not. So you can look at this as like, oh, like this guy, I like him because he's very loyal and he keeps his promises and all of it. But it can also mean that there's something that might implicate him and we do not know. Okay? So maybe he's being secretive and it's not just because of Carmoza. We do not know that. Okay? Now please don't ask about it again. Fine, I understand. Anyway, Carmoza said that I was supposed to give you some money for this job. That's true, but I'm surprised that she would send you to pay for it. She said something about not having a choice. How much does she owe you? Around 200 sovereigns, I'll say. Just an estimate? That means Carmoza and Tobias haven't agreed on a set price yet. If I could negotiate a discount, I might get in Carmoza's good grace. Or just get some money for myself. In this game, you should never take it as, oh, this guy has like this type of personality, I'm going to be fine with him, okay? And I'm just not talking about guys, I'm talking about women too. Do not take it in a way that I don't actually know if she can date women too. Honestly, let me check. No, it's probably just guys, yeah, because I'm not seeing like the LGBT kind of thing. Yeah, probably not. But I'm not even talking about romance. I am talking about, do not think that because of like one good action is going to make that person a good person in this game. It's not like that. And I actually like the game because of that, because we ourselves, we are not like that either. Like, we may seem like really good people, but certain things might actually makes us like act in different ways, you know? So how should I approach this? Appeal to friendship, be seductive, haggle, let him have the full price. Like, if I let him have the full price, I am fulfilling whatever they agreed. And I wouldn't care to get into good graces of Carmoza. These might actually be seductive, might actually guide me into like having more points with him. Let's put it in that way. Appeal to friendship. The thing is, they are probably to end up talking to each other, and they are going to see that I actually took some money. I'm not going into that. So yeah, just take whatever. I don't care about her, and I don't want to have to hear it after that. Oh, he told me that he only took 180, so where are the rest of the 20 or something? I don't want to be dealing with that, so leave it. Well, I have precisely 200 sovereigns, so I suppose that's perfect. Thank you. I confess I'm glad Carmoza sent you. She would have undoubtedly tried to haggle the price down. Yeah. But she didn't actually, like, if she's going to tell us something, I'm going to be saying, like, yeah, but you didn't ask it for that. And kind of like, and I couldn't care. Like, it's your money. I don't care. You know? Oh, was I supposed to haggle with you? It's not a bad thing that I didn't, is it? Of course, it's not a bad thing. It just shows how different you are from Carmoza. You're a very selfless person. That's a rare and beautiful trait these days. Oh, thank you. It wasn't in that way. It was more like, I couldn't care about her, you know, like, I don't want to be friends. I'm glad that Carmoza sent you. It was a pleasure to do business with you. And I'm happy that I got to see you again. The thing with Carmoza is that you can get into good graces with Carmoza, but you already saw how she even treats those that are in her good graces. For instance, Gloria, her daughter, she tries to be in her good graces and she's just a slave to her. So you kind of start thinking like, do I want to get in her good graces too? Maybe not, not going to gain nothing from that. She's going to make me a servant from her in the same way, you know. So, I mean, you can do it. I'm saying this, but you can do whatever you want in here. Likewise, I really do miss seeing you, Tobias. I hope you come again soon. I'll do my best. Oh, I almost forgot. What is it? Please tell Carmoza that I'll fulfill my part of the deal soon, and she should expect my representative to come by sometime tonight. Sure, I'll let her know. Thank you. Oh, and by the way, I had no idea you have your representatives nowadays. It comes with the trait, I guess. Start throwing coin around and suddenly you find yourself surrounded with people eager to run errands for you. Coin, you say? And I thought it had more to do with your magnetic personality. I used to be magnetic, but it made trading in metalware much too risky for me, so I stopped. Oh, people do tend to underestimate the pain caused by fast-flying cutlery. There was a time in my life when I was forced to eat with my hands, but I preferred not to speak about it. Oh, I've missed our talks, Tobias. Me too, Cinders. Hope I'll see you again soon. I hope so too. Take care, friend. I really missed the old days when Tobias and I played together. I'm so glad that I could see him again. So your every decision matters. The branch icon appears when the current events are a consequence of your early choices and could be different on another playthrough. Well, I don't have any more reason to stick around, so I suppose I should go back now. Do we want to go back? Do we want to pass by the forest? Let's pass by the forest. Let's do something different. Maybe I should stop by the forest before I return home to Carmoza and my stepsisters. It might be nice to have a little break after all. I wonder if the gift I left at the lake is still there. It's probably silly to think that fairies took it, but I'm curious. Yes, let's go to the lake, whatever. Let's just... whatever. I'm not going to play this in a streamline kind of thing. The wreath of flowers that I wove is gone. No doubt it was blown away by the wind or taken by a wild animal, but Father would probably tell me that the fairies accepted it as a gift. I think I prefer to believe Father's version over mine. It's growing late, though. I should return home. Are we going to the town again? The journey back to my house was much too short. I'm not looking forward to facing Carmoza or my sisters again. At least I got a rare reprieve from their insults today. I wish it had lasted longer. I'm terribly late. Carmoza told me to hurry back and it's nearly nightfall. I'm sure she'll skin me alive. Cinders, do you have any idea what time it is, you useless girl? Where have you been all this time? We can. Let's just be a good girl. In front of her. In the back, no. I apologize, there was a lot of commotion in town and I sort of got caught up in. Enough with the excuses, they make you look so pathetic. If you choose to ignore my orders, at least have the pride to stand by your decision instead of simpering like that. It's fine, I know, we could, but I was like, no. The child you once were is gone, you must be a woman now. Have more pride in yourself. Otherwise, you are nothing more than a lazy and useless little girl. I mean, I knew she was going to complain anyway, whether we would just say something to her or just apologize, she would always just complain. So he was like, yeah, whatever. But maybe she won't actually nag us so much if we just apologize, you know. So I'm like, yeah, sure. At least you managed to finish the task appointed to you, though I take little solace in that. Is it too much to hope that you managed to keep some of the money I gave to you? Well, he said the price was 200 gold pieces, so that is what I paid him. Why am I not surprised? I suppose it is foolishness to expect more from a girl as disjointed from reality as you. Yeah, that's why I didn't actually bargain for it, dude, because I don't actually care about you. What are you talking about? You never take the first offer. Anyone who conducts business, no, anyone in their right mind knows that. Yeah, but it wasn't my money. I knew nothing about it. And no one wanted to talk about it, so why should I care? But Tobias is my friend. He would not... Enough. I am not interested in your excuses. What a disaster. You are more useless than I could have imagined. I am actually glad that she thinks that I am useless, because I don't want to become someone she can rely on or have as a servant all the time. This is something you learn in life. Sometimes you are the type of person, this is actually a reality. Sometimes you are the type of person that you try to help everyone and you try to be the one that is there for everyone and be this a very altruistic type of person that is going to always help everyone. And let me tell you something. You give a hand and everyone wants the full arm. And then you start understanding that sometimes it's better to just give a finger. Not the middle one. I'm not talking about the middle one. I'm talking about it's better if you just give a bit. That's what I'm trying to say. Than actually like making it seem like whenever you need the whole arm and body, I am here for you. Because people are just going to take advantage of you. And this is something that you understand through life. Like sometimes it's cool to help. You know, you kind of feel inside like, no, I need to help. But sometimes it's better to like just, sometimes you help, other times you say, oh, I cannot, because otherwise people, and this goes in every aspect of your life. This is like something that I'm telling you. This goes to every aspect of your life. Work, relationships, everything. It's like, do not try to give too much because people are going to suck you dry. Okay? So better to just give a bit and keep making it in a way where you're like, sometimes you can, other times you cannot. I'm not always available. Do you understand? Otherwise, people are going to suck you dry. This is something you learn in life as you grow old. If I stopped feeding you, it would be exactly what you deserve. But I suppose I would be arrested for a petty crime if I did that. But silence, get out of my sight. Just looking at you makes me ill. You will go to your room and you will stay there until you are summoned. Is that clear? Yes. So meanwhile, my lord, I've been told you wanted to see me. I have been informed of the hostage situation at the marketplace today. This is another French name, actually. Basile. It's another French name. I mean, you can say it in whatever way you want to say in English, okay? It's just because I can relate to the French names, and that's why it's like that for me. I just go to the French way. I also heard that you handled the situation rather admirably. For that I commend you. Thank you, my lord, but the truth is that I regret having to kill so many men. They couldn't even put up a fight. Such is the burden of those in positions of power. We must make difficult decisions for the sake of protecting others. It is not a choice, but a duty. See, like, he's the prince, and he doesn't seem to be like that gentle type of prince either. As you performed your duty to perfection, you honor me with your words, my lord. You deserve it. After all, my father, your king, has always spoken well of you. I know he even considered you a friend. If the king spoke so, I am honored by such confidence. Truly, what do you think of my father? How was it to serve under him? The king was a wise, skillful, and strong leader. I would have followed him everywhere. That is what I have heard from everyone who knew him. Already I fade in comparison. My prince. I'm not doing the best narration in here. I'm really sorry. It's just because you have no idea. The font is just so tiny for me. I'm trying to do my best. I have not yet been crowned, as father's last wish was that I should find a wife first. No doubt he wished that I find someone capable of ruling by my side. Of course, every noble in the land is eagerly pushing an eligible daughter towards me. But I need a strong woman I can rely on, a queen who can support my agenda no matter how hard it's going to be. I'm a simple warrior, my lord. I know very little of romance and politics. Nonsense, my father trusted you in more matters than war, and I too am willing to do that. Please advise me, not as the captain of the guard, but as my friend. But I confess, even my own palace is not a safe place for discussing such delicate matters. The walls have ears, and I would not wish for my search for a wife to become any more public than it already is. Might we go hunting together tomorrow morning? I think we would find the forest a safer place for a discussion. Such an action is dangerous, my lord. If something were to happen to you, there is no one to succeed you on the throne. Is that so? I cannot imagine anything safer than having the famous captain of the guard by my side. If that is what you wish, my lord. That is indeed what I wish. You can go now, friend. My prince. Good old Perrault, brave captain of the Royal Guard, first sword of the kingdom, veteran of the Renegade War. Reduced to killing common thugs and guarding market stalls, not yet aware of how obsolete his role is. These are different times that require a new kind of bravery and power. Our wars will not be fought using iron and fire, but gold and lies. Oh, see? He goes into he lays into the corruption type of route. Yeah. And he's the prince. I don't actually remember. I don't think it was this guy that I ended up with. It was another one, I think. I don't think it was this one. But honestly, I don't remember. It's been a really long time. I hope you can adapt to these new times, my poor old friend. Because when I become the king and start realizing my plans, goodness knows I'm going to need someone like you. Later that night, finally, I have some time to myself after doing Carmoza's binding all day. Still, it could have been worse. Carmoza was furious and I got nothing but gold scraps for the dinner. But at least I was able to get away from the house for most of the day. I always love going into town. I can't believe how exhausted I am after today, though. My feet ache and I feel so sleepy. I should go to bed. Carmoza certainly won't allow me to sleep in tomorrow. Was that someone knocking at the door? Why would someone be visiting us at such a late hour? Silence! I pay for your discretion, and yet you pound on the front door as if it's a war drum. Right, pardon, madam. I swear I'll be silent as the tombs are. Right away. Mum's the word. Enough with your nonsense. The package is ready to go. Can I trust you? Oi, you wound my pride, madam. I'm more trustworthy than an old priest in a confessional. Such an utterance is of little comfort to me. No one can escape Carmosa's biting tongue. Now prove there is some value to your words and go before someone sees you. I think he's gone. What was that all about? What on earth is Carmosa trying to hide? Maybe I should sneak out the window and try to follow him. He can't have gone far. If I leave now, I'm sure I can catch up with him. No, that's crazy. I can't do that. Let's follow the mysterious visitor. I am probably going to get some bad ending or something, but it is fine. We keep doing this. I must be crazy, but this might be my only chance. How long have I waited here, wishing for a change? Finally, an opportunity has presented itself. Carmosa clearly has a secret. If I could figure it out, I might have an advantage over her. No one is outside the window. Now is a good a time as ever. Here goes nothing. Well, now what? I tried to keep my distance while following that man, and now I've lost his trail completely. If he's somewhere up ahead, I'll really have to hurry to catch up with him. But if I accidentally pass him, then I run the risk of running into him when I return home. Ow, curse these demonic excuses for plants. The way you scratch at a fellow, you're more like wildcats than shrubs. That must be him. He's close. I better hide. Ah, blasted rocks. What are they doing in my path? You think they'll clear out this place, accounting that a fellow can see a thing in the dark? It's not proper, I tell you. Well, I'm sure this be the place where I'm scheduled to meet that smart-ass merchant. Smart-ass or not, shouldn't you be more careful when talking about the man who pays you? Oi, boss, I was just talking a little to myself. No harm meant, you know. Truly, I suppose I can let this one go if you've brought the package as discreetly as Lady Carmosa requested. Of course. No ifs about it, boss. It wouldn't my honor that you'll doubt my competence for even a moment. No, I'll never doubt you. Now hand it over. Before I do, boss, I have a little something I'm needing to ask you. And what would that be? You know, I'm an honest man, but my curiosity just took hold of me so hard I have to have a look inside this package. And lo and behold, my eye spies a mighty fine necklace set with rubies and made of gold. It's worth thousands of sovereigns at least, yeah? I specifically instructed you not to look inside. But the necklace... Yes, it's probably worth quite a lot of money. I don't get it, boss. Why is the noble lady paying us to take this off her hands? Seems all wrong ways around to me. I'm sure she has her reasons, and you're not being paid to poke around and ask needless questions. In fact, if you don't keep your mouth shut, you won't be paid at all. Well, boss, no need to get so angry. My mouth is secure as the royal treasury it is. I doubt the contents are quite as valuable. Still, you've completed your task, so here is your pay. 15 sovereigns. Try not to drink it all at once. So from the 200, he probably just gave him that tiny little bit, I bet. Me, never. You wound me. You wound me with your accusations, boss. I'm sure, well, we should return to town before someone stumbles upon us. What on earth is Tobias up to? Never mind that, if I don't do something, they'll leave before I can do anything. Now might be my only chance to confront him, but I probably shouldn't act too impulsively. I don't want to. I prefer to analyze things in my head. Don't. I think I've seen enough. I'll better get back before they catch me or someone finds me missing. I am more like going through the shadows kind of thing. Okay, it's more like I need more information to actually do something about this. And they are like two men and she's just a woman. We never know what they could actually do to her. I'll talk to Tobias about this later after I've had some time to think about it. It's best to speak with him alone anyway, yeah. Because they are two against like one woman, so I'm like, better to keep it. In the morning. Oi, what a night. Maybe boss was right when he said not to drink away my pay in one go. Still can say it wasn't worth it for how great last night was. Wait, what exactly happened last night? How did I even end up in here? The deal went this way, my lord. Or someone's coming, better lay low for a mite. Hurry before it gets away. Forget it here, Captain. There are more important matters at hand. If this is about what you asked me yesterday, my lord, I know little of politics or the affairs of the court. That's exactly why I need you. You're straightforward and honest, and you see things I can't. Behind all those smiles, everyone in the court lies to me. No, you're the only man I can trust. I will serve you to the best of my ability. What is it that you wish to discuss? It's about my father's last wish. I must have a wife before I ascend the throne. How am I to choose one? There is a ball in a few days. Isn't that your chance to find an eligible young lady? In theory, but that's the problem. How will I be able to tell? The monarchy is weak without a king, and the nobles around me are plotting to advance themselves. They groom their daughters like prized spaniels in the hopes that I'll be taken in by a pretty face. I need a wife who is strong and smart, someone who can rule the kingdom wisely, not feed me her father's poisonous words. But I doubt that I'll ever find such a woman. I've never doubted many such women exist, my lord. You should not give up so easily. You're right, Captain. It's just that I haven't had the fortune to meet one yet. I'm surrounded by women who know little more than how to curtsy. And they do little more than wait to be handed out as political tokens. Truly, it is disheartening. And yet you must choose a wife from among the nobility regardless. It is, after all, tradition. As if tradition mattered to that plot of vipers. They plot to control the throne before it is even in my grasp. If I marry to please a powerful house, I risk having a fool for a wife, but what other choice do I have? If we respect the traditions to the fullest, you'll be able to choose any woman at the ball, even someone you didn't know. How convenient that this rule is often forgotten. Someone I didn't know. Captain, you're brilliant, it's perfect. I'm not sure I follow your thinking, my lord. A masquerade ball. I'll be able to choose from the women without discriminating over looks or political ties. They've been pushing me to follow tradition for so long they can complain if I remember the old rules. Captain, you truly are a remarkable man. I see now why Father trusted you so much. Of course, my lord. Well, it's always an honor to be of service. Thank you so much, my friend. You are a rare breed indeed, still faithful to your ideals. Ideal or not, our prey has long since escaped us, and if we linger any longer, people might grow suspicious. You're right, my friend. Let us return to the castle with all haste. Now that I have a solution in mind, I can return with a light heart. So it is as I said. Do not take the characters in here as like, oh, the prince is probably like a good guy or something. Don't. And don't even think that just because one action happened like that, and imagine they saved you and stuff like that. Oh, he's my prince. Don't. Characters in here, they have many faces. Let me put it like that. They have many faces. And sometimes you are going to understand that. Even like, probably like the person you're going to end up with, you are going to see that that person is not going to be just a one-way kind of thing, okay? But it is interesting, as I said, because we, as humans, are kind of like that too, you know? We are not always good, we are not always fine with things, we are not, you know? We do some mischief too, you know? Well, that's a bit of a juicy gossip we don't hear every day. A masquerade ball, huh? I know a certain lady who would pay handsomely for this information. That she would. They may have started lousy after all of last night's drinking, but it's turned out to be a quite good one after all. All thanks to a few extra rounds at the pub. You can't go wrong with that. What time is it? The sun is already so high in the sky I must have slept. Considering how long I spent outside last night, that's hardly a surprise. I'm still not sure what to think about what happened. I want to trust Tobias, but... well, at least it's something different from the usual. It's strange how my life has been so boring all this time, then suddenly all these things are happening to me. But even stranger than that, I wonder why no one has come to wake me up yet. It must be at least noon, if not later. Surely Carmoza hasn't decided to be gracious and grant me a holiday? I want none of your pitiful excuses. Oh, Carmoza's definitely not in a gracious mood. I should get going and see what's going on before she catches me like this. Everyone is here. You're an even bigger disappointment than usual. Looks like Carmoza's met at Gloria today. I wonder why. Hey, Sophia. Cinders, not so loud. I don't want to get in trouble or miss any of this. But what's going on? Business as usual. Mother's in a bad mood and Gloria was the nearest thing she could yell at. I'm not interested in your excuses. It's your duty to make sure there's enough wood for the fireplace. But if the servant is allegedly healed, then find someone else. Do it yourself if you have to. I'm sorry, Mother, I understand. If you truly understood, this wouldn't have happened in the first place. But I am wasting my breath. I can only hope that you've learned your lesson and this won't happen again. It seems I can't trust you girls with even the smallest tasks. I wish that one of you would finally take charge of things. Yes, Mother. Well, don't just say yes. Prove your worth by taking action. Make sure dinner is ready in 2 hours. I expect the wood to be chopped by then as well. Don't worry, Mother, I will. Cinders, Sophia, why were you two wasting your time eavesdropping instead of being useful? It's not a waste to watch the mighty, all-knowing Gloria get scolded by Mom. Oh, what's this? You usually have such a sharp reply, but now you can't think of anything to say? Whatever happened to the perfect Gloria's outspoken Gloria, one scolding from Mom is all it takes to shut you up. I don't have time to deal with you childish jealous right now, but watch your tongue. It will certainly get you in trouble someday. Anyway, you two heard mother. Dinner must be ready in 2 hours, so get started. What? Why do we have to get dinner ready? Because I'll be busy taking care of mother's other needs, like getting the wood chopped. If you'd rather not, I can always tell mother you refuse to obey her orders. Fine, I'll do it. Just pray that your food isn't poisoned. As if you have the guts to do such a thing, little sister. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have duties to attend to. Like, it's just vipers in here everywhere. It's kind of like that. But you can become a viper too in here, okay? You can really be mean. You can be like the worst type of person in here. Well, it looks like I'm stuck working with you, Cinders. Why were you so cruel to Gloria? You sure told her. Okay, why were you so cruel? Because they are like that. And I think Sophia likes the bickering. She kind of likes it. She's kind of like a tsundere kind of thing, yeah. Why were you so cruel to Gloria? Why? Don't you hate her too? Well, maybe. But you are her sister, aren't you supposed to support each other? Oh, if only Gloria believed that. No, there's certainly no support here, and it's mostly her fault. She always acts so smug and self-righteous, but there's no trace of her own will or personality in there. She's just trying to copy Mom, even though it's impossible. And of course, she takes out all her frustration on me. She probably thinks Mom will recognize her more if she keeps degrading me. I have no reason to be kind to her. I understand, but don't you wish that that would change? Living under Carmoza is hard enough already. Wouldn't it be better to band together instead of fight each other? Maybe, but why does it matter? Why am I even discussing this with you? I must be getting desperate. Of course I want to be on better terms with Gloria, but she drew the line a long time ago. I may not be as clever or as beautiful as Mom or Gloria, but I'm not naive. People don't just change. They'll remain cruel as long as it benefits them. That's such a sad outlook on life. It must have been really hard for you growing up. Oh, please, I don't need pity. Especially not from you. Life is horrid and no amount of sweet words will change that. Now let's go get dinner ready before you get in trouble. I'll be nice. It will be nice having someone helping me with dinner for once. Hurry up and take out all the ingredients we are going to need. Why me? Isn't it obvious? I hardly step foot in the place, so naturally I don't know where anything is. Naturally, that doesn't mean you can help with the preparation, though. I don't really have a choice in the matter, do I? There's no way you can prepare dinner in 2 hours alone. I'll be in just as much trouble as you if it's not done. Mother isn't forgiving towards anyone. I figured that much out myself. Now, here are all the ingredients. Yep, the stench is unbelievable. Are they rotting or something? No, this is just how vegetables smell. They do grow in soil, you know. Sure, but I can't believe you actually live with this odor. I bet sometimes you must feel like a rather large carrot yourself. Or a bit rot, maybe. That's very funny, Sophia. Besides, it wasn't exactly my own choice to move in here. I used to have a proper bedroom before Gloria took it. Of course, how could I forget? Still, you should be grateful. They say that harsh conditions help to build character. You're bound to become a diamond here, while poor Gloria softens with every passing hour. Could you give me a break for once? If that's how it's going to look, I prefer to risk Carmoza's anger and prepare the dinner alone. Oh, fine. Don't be so uptight, sis. One Gloria in this house is one too many. So, what was it like before we moved in with you, anyway? She's actually, Sophia, she's kind of a tsun, how to put it. if you actually continue, and Gloria is not a tune, but what I want to say is like it's the same, which is like they act like these hard shell kind of villains. I don't know how to put, but if you actually end up being okay with them, they are actually good girls, and they will help you with things and kind of like be friends and all of it. But as I said, you can also just be this bitch and this bitch and actually not care for them, you know, like it's also that. So why do you care? So I'm going in another way. Why do you suddenly care about my life? I wouldn't say I particularly care, but it's just so dull in here. Isn't it better to have something to talk about? If you rather peel potatoes in silence, that's fine with me. I didn't mean to accuse you, it's just that the question seems to have come out of nowhere. I was expecting an insult, not a legitimate question. It's a new feeling. And what makes you think that I wasn't setting you up for an insult? See, now you can say like you are not that bad, or you are so bitter, you know, like and as far as I remember, they are going to suffer too. Like our stepsisters, they are going to suffer during this trip, you know. So bitter. Let's put it like that. I know. I was kind of like I ended up being friends with one of the stepsisters, but I don't remember who it was. If it was Gloria or if it was Sophia. But as I said, we can just do it like this. We can just like, oh no, we don't want, or something like that. Is that really all it was? Is that? If that's really all it was, you are always so bitter and cold. Congratulations for noticing. Would you like a commendation for it? A defensive response. If you must be really hurt inside and answer that way, no one happy would be like that. I never claimed nor pretended to be happy. I don't know if there's like some typos in here. I don't remember. That's more glorious thing. Honestly, I don't even know what I'm supposed to be. What do you mean? Your life doesn't seem so complicated. Get nice things and complain. I don't complain as much as you, and I'm a slave in my own house, but what would you know about that? Right. What would I know, huh? It sounds to me like it's your turn to talk about your life. Well, there's not much to say. That can be true. It's obvious that a lot happened to you, and Gloria, you wouldn't be like this otherwise. Besides, you said you wanted a conversation, so tell me about yourself. Fine, but don't say I didn't warn you. When we were children, we lived out in the countryside. Our house wasn't as nice as this one, though. Our father was a military man. He got himself killed in some war, and that left mother a widow. Oh, I'm sorry. Don't be. I hardly even saw the man. When he was around, he was like a complete stranger, not a proper father at all. His death meant nothing to us. What about Garmosa? It must have affected her. Maybe that's why she's the way she is now. Was that supposed to be a joke? Mother didn't care about him any more than you did. And why did she marry him? Well, why does anyone get married? During like the old times, yeah, it wasn't for love. As I said to you before, it wasn't. People wouldn't marry for love. That was mostly never the reason. Yeah, sometimes they liked each other or they ended up loving each other, but it was mostly not the reason. with cocaine. For riches and status, mainly, it's like signing a contract or making a business partnership. One of the few ways a woman can gain something these days. Okay, if you want to go into a more romantic kind of route, you probably should say for love. Okay, I'm just messing in here. Okay, just messing with things in here. Well, I guess you can be pretty smart sometimes. Yes, that's exactly it, isn't it? It's the reason even a worthless mouse like me will eventually find a husband. It's all about status. Carmoza comes from a poor family. They had a title of nobility, but they lost most of their riches and splendor. The only way for her to advance up the social ladder was to marry, and she was ambitious. She married an officer who was relatively rich and had a lot of accolades. She probably planned ahead even then. For all I know, she chose a man who would probably die in battle so that she could marry even higher later. How can you say that? That's such a cruel assumption. Cruel? It's not like she killed him. He would have died anyway. She just wanted something more out of life. It's still a cold thing to say. Cold? Sure, it's cold. It's business. I don't see what's wrong with it. Mother is not dumb. She did what she had to. There's not much room in this world for women with ambitions. So you take what you can get. So back then, was your life as bad as it is now? Worse. What? How so? Well, you weren't around. Listen, if you're not around, who do you think becomes the victim? Mothers always needed an scapegoat, and Gloria would do anything to please that woman. I'm not as pretty, smart, and ambitious as them, so naturally she humiliated me, and Mom didn't disapprove. And now that I'm here, they no longer target you. Is that it? That's exactly it. Mom and Gloria have a new scapegoat, and my life is finally a little better. Oh, I see. So now that you're no longer tormented, you choose to torment me instead. Of course, nothing personal, but it's either me or you, and I certainly won't be a victim again. Besides, you should be grateful. Didn't your father shield you from the real world too much? Well, now that you get to see exactly what it's like, that's the way of all things. You're either the hunter or the prey. And as long as Mother and Gloria focus on you, I can go back to being my own worthless self. You are so worthless. Just listen to yourself. You're not worthless, ugly, stupid, or even cruel. My, and what has made you an expert all of a sudden? That's ridiculous. It's obvious the person you hate the most is yourself, but you have no reason to. So you make up all these excuses like you're too stupid or ugly or worthless when you know it's not true, but it's still an easy way out, isn't it? You prefer to convince yourself you're nothing so that nobody will expect anything more from you. You don't have to change or do anything if you're worthless after all. And you sound like you're trying to convince yourself that you are all-knowing. You are not worthless, Sophia, you know that. It's almost endearing how hard you try to see good in other people, but you are just being naive. It's not naive at all. I was paying attention when you were talking and I learned something important. You think you're worthless because you can't measure up to Carmoza or Gloria, but it's the opposite. Carmoza is a woman of strong influence. It's easy to get drawn in and conform to what she wants. The fact that you've resisted means that you are stronger than Gloria. It means you are stronger than Carmoza. I'm sorry you had to suffer for it, but that makes you even more admirable. You really had it rough, and I know that left a mark on you, but it doesn't make you worthless. See, like, you can become like friends with them if you want. It all depends on your choices in here. You know, I don't need your pity. Trust me, that's the last thing on my mind. You've still been absolutely horrid to me. And now that I know what happened to you, well, I just wish that you knew better. I've had enough of this. I've done enough work. You can have the rest of the dinner, can't you? Well, I don't really have a choice. I'm leaving. Fine, have it your way. For a girl who wastes her life away in the kitchen dreaming of better days, you sure can be self-righteous. And for a girl so cynical and angry with the world, you sure look a lot like a self-made victim. And I suppose that entire conversation between us was pointless. Good luck with the dinner. But what is wrong with her? I can't believe we actually had that conversation. That was definitely unexpected. I think I need some more time to think it over. The meal is nearly done anyway. All that's left is to get one of the servants to cook the rest right before it is served. I really need to get out and gather my thoughts. Everyone is busy, so I'm sure no one will notice if I sneak out. The main hallway is empty, no surprise there. As I thought, everyone is busy right now. I don't have much time before dinner, but I am sure I could sneak out and be back in time. All that talk about mother reminded me that I haven't been to her grave in a long time. It might be dangerous to sneak out during the day, but I don't know if I'll get another chance. I'll just have to move as quickly as I can. Okay, so let's just get in here. I don't even remember how long it's been since I last visited the cemetery. Okay, so let's stay in here, because I told you that I didn't want it to extend this more than, let's say, like 1 hour and a half, something like that. I don't know. But I think it's already good enough for you to have like an idea of the game and how the gameplay functions in here. And as I said, do not take personalities as like a one-way kind of thing, because you change and the characters change with you, okay? They are going to have a different approach to you every time you make a choice and every time you decide to act in one way or another, okay? There's also the fact that they themselves already have a certain type of personality too that actually might imply that they may be more evil or more good, or, you know, that is for sure. And honestly, I do not think, including our protagonist, I do not think you have like a really good character in here. I don't remember that. Yeah, I don't think so. I think all of them have like a side to them that is not going to be like seem like the angel in there, the angel type of it, you know. So yeah. So that's it. I really like this game. Is old. I was like, yeah, it's been a really long time. And actually the price is kind of like a bit. But for the fun that you have in here, I think it's kind of okay. So maybe like try to get it on a sale or something, or pay the full price, whatever. That's kind of like up to you. But this is one of those that I kind of like recommend to you if you really like to play games that are a bit different, okay? Where you have your choices, and every time you're going to play it, you are going to play it in a different way. It's not always going to be the same. The interactions are not always going to be the same. And the visuals, the music, and everything, it's really cool. So this is one of those that I recommend to you. And I'm going to leave the game in the description, so you can actually see if it's something up your alley. And after this one, I'm going to bring you another one, which is like the same exact case, which is we are going to take a peek at it. And it's also kind of recommendation from my part. So we will see it. Thank you very much, and just wait a bit and I'll come back after. Thank you.